105.1 Dsmoovee, aka Smooth Diddy, aka Ain't Nobody Smoother, aka the smoothest. BK, I got so many AKs I forgot my own name. Look, man, if y'all tapping in right now, I'm live on the YouTube page. The YouTube page is On the Streets Radio. Go type it in right now, because I want y'all to see my amazing guests. As y'all heard in the intro, man, my intro is true. I have some of the dopest people in St. Louis. I keep them with me. I ain't Webby Boosie, but you know who I am. You know what I do, all right? So, look, man, I got a chance to do my research and see, you know, like, the Rams is gone. You know what I'm saying? We be kind of struggling with our professional sports, but like the women, y'all know, like the women be on their game. So today I had to bring up, man, I seen a dope women's football team. I had to bring them up, and today, man, I have the running back, the star running back. I gotta call her the star because look, she came in stunting, and we matching today. So Miss Taylor Hayes in the building. How you doing, Miss Taylor?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you taking the time out. I know the season's finna start. It's finna get real for you. You got to let me see some of the videos of training and everything that you be doing. Like, and to know, like, the St. Louis Slam has been here for such a long time, and I haven't been tapped in. Like, I'm kind of looking bad. I'm looking a little sideways at myself. So Taylor, let us know who you are. Let us know what you do.
No worries, you're part of the majority. So I appreciate that you took the time to have us, so that we could get some more recognition.
Absolutely.
I'm Taylor Hay. I've been playing for 14 years. This is year 20 for the Slam. So this is our 20th year. So it's a big celebration in St. Louis, and we have 4 national championships for St. Louis. Yes, and
wow.
So everyone on our team is from St. Louis for the most part, and then our coaches also, same thing, and have been doing it a long time. So we represent St. Louis, whatever city we go into, and whoop ass. Like we represent St. Louis every time. So
I love it. So Taylor, I know a lot of people should know about this, but a lot of people don't know about this women's football league, and especially about the St. Louis Slam, who got rings and are really decorated. Talk to us about, like, how did we miss it? How did we miss this? Like, this is something dope that you're doing, and this is a vibe in the city.
I agree. I think a lot of times it's, exposure, and now that social media is how people get exposure. We don't do television anymore, so we've been trying to expand on that, and I think that has helped. There's not one person that's come to a game and not come back. So I think once we get people to games, they really do appreciate it. We've been trying to tap into more community service piece because we are 501c3 now, so nonprofit. So we've been doing a lot of community things with young kids, but specifically young girls, because obviously the next generation.
Absolutely.
And the future is female, so we're
better
trying
talk
to,
about it.
Yeah, we're trying to set an example. And then also we want to make sure we tap into the fact that, like I told you, like we talked about before, like, women of color, because that vastly represents who we are, but also sports in the city for young girls that are girls of color as well, because a lot of times you don't see women's football, but you also don't see a lot of activities that girls are exposed to. It's always, if you play Matthew Dickey, or what's the other one that everyone loves?
Herbert Hoover.
Then your brother plays football, and your sister, what does she got to be? She got to be a cheerleader.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So we just have to be able to expose girls to, even flag football, you don't have to put on pads, just other sports, like women can do anything a man can do. So
I love that.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, because while we are in Black History Month, Women's History Month, Women's National History Month is coming up in March. So I know it's going to be some dope things that y'all going to be doing. And thank you so much for also being a team of inclusion and being able to diversify yourselves to say, look, let's make sure we are about what we say we are. And Taylor, like, just hearing your words, like, I know they're authentic.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about the roster, and talk to me, like, about but I want to know, like, all about the team.
Okay, so our roster last year actually was really small. We usually have between 30 and 40. Last year we rocked with a solid 25, 14 being rookies, off a 2-year hiatus from COVID.
Yeah.
So we had 14 rookies, and about 8 of them started and played and made an impact. So I always tell people they're afraid that, they won't get playing time or whatever. My favorite thing about football is you can look any which way. You be a big girl, you be a small girl, like there's a spot for you. I know any other sport, it doesn't look like that. Like when when I played soccer, like the fittest girls, the smallest girls, most in shape played. Now we put in work and we get in shape, but you don't have to look like me to be, good at the sport. So I tell people all the time, like, no spot is guaranteed. Like, my spot's not guaranteed at all.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I wait.
It's cutthroat like that?
Well, no spot. But, I mean, experience trumps sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you come in and you put in work and you do what you're supposed to, I mean, I help, like, coach and train and other running backs, whatever, because I want someone, because that keeps me on my toes too. Iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
So, like, I want to be the best. If I'm the only person I know my spot's not going to get taken, then I could slack. So, So we have a roster this year about 35, 40.
Okay.
So it'll be helpful. It'll be helpful. Our schedule, we're in the pro division. So there's 13 teams in the pro division in our league. There's 64 teams in our league total. So we're in the.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. So we're we're hoping to see a Boston St. Louis championship. That's what the league wants to see. There's we have a target on our back. We always do.
Why is that?
I say because we're good, but how my mother raised me is like when I step on the field, it's always my 11 versus yours. Like I don't care what you got, because I know we put in our work, so it is what it is.
Absolutely.
So on game day, I'm with my 11 always. So this year it's like we have a target. Well, we have a different mindset this year because last year, because of a computer system, that's the way our league is ran for playoffs. We didn't make the playoffs because of like a .07 deficit. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's based off your strength of schedule from the year before, but we didn't play the year before because of COVID. So we got penalized for that. It was kind of crazy, but, yeah, we're angry. We're really angry.
I love that because now y'all finna come back and y'all finna kill.
I feel sorry for those people, but I don't. So.
Look at y'all got look when y'all see on the YouTube when y'all see Taylor's face when she said that, she finna be hopping over people and I cannot wait to see you play. Look, y'all. Me and Taylor had like a little off the camera conversation, off the air conversation. I'm like, I'm a fan of you, and I'm gonna say it on her. Like, I'm a fan of your competitiveness and of your drive because I see like you want to be great.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope. Yep. And I don't know if you're the captain or not, but
I am
what's
one
it?
of them.
See,
one of the 5. Yeah.
See, I can call it.
Yep.
I can call it. When you step on the field, I feel like that energy that you carry with you, it just automatically is just, it spreads and people just feel it. Yeah. So talk to me about the whole team chemistry and how you kind of foster that too. I want to know.
My quarterback, she always says I'm the 1%. So I'm not super strong. I'm not super fast. Like, I'm quick, but she said I'm the part of the 1% that I'm crazy enough that it puts me at a level like above some of the people we play.
Absolutely,
so,
I get you.
So she's like, you're that 1%. But our team chemistry is family. Like, we call ourselves Slamly. So the St. Louis Slamly. We ride for each other on or off. Don't get me wrong, we don't get along sometimes, but that will never affect field play. And we respect each other. And our coach he sets that precedent from the very beginning. So if you can't, he's like, I don't do that. So if you can't get along and you can't make it work, then you don't belong here. So,
absolutely.
And I kind of think that translates on the field. So, like I said, the respect off the field always translates on, and we're very supportive. We remind each other, like, our coaches coach us. We're there to pick each other up. They don't need any negativity from each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And now, occasionally we have a fun, like, offense versus defense. The last couple years, people play both sides, so it's a little harder.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have a little fun, like, okay, offense versus defense at practice for burpees, But overall, we get along very well. So I'm appreciative of it.
I'm like you said, to be a highly decorated team like you are, and to now starting to get the recognition. How does that feel to actually see people starting to tune in and actually be providing something that's world class, like for you guys and for women, and not only for women, but for everybody, for the community?
Yep. So I have a 4-year-old, and I think about that. Like, I continue to play kind of so she can understand. Like, she doesn't really want to play football, but she loves, like, being a part of it. And even though I started 14 years ago, I'm not going to say we haven't progressed enough, but in women's sports, like, why is it taking so long?
So long, yeah, absolutely.
So when I see girls so excited to meet us and stuff, and like even though we don't get paid, we pay to play. Like we pay for our equipment, our travel. It makes me happy because I'm like, damn, one day they may reap the benefit of us being the pioneers for it, and I'm here for it. I mean, it sucks that we didn't get to, but just like the people before us, like
Yeah, absolutely.
they talk about we cranked the lights, we lined our own field, and I'm like, whoo, we got turf, thank God, because I couldn't, but they did that for us to where now we're on turf. Now finding a turf football field in St. Louis, Missouri, that is a predominantly boys-minded city is hard, but St. Mary's has graciously opened. The all boys school on the
beautiful.
south side, has opened their home to us, and so they've honored it for the last couple years, and always been open. And even when other schools were like, nah, because all girls school, they want to open it to us, but they don't have a football field because it's all girls.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we're at the mercy of these all boys schools sometimes. So we're appreciative of that, but it makes me happy that we're here. I mean, if on social media, like even women's sports, WNBA, and all these professional male athletes that are supporting women's sports, it kind of sucks to think like they had to do it for people to respect us.
It, yeah,
but I'm here for it. I'm glad they are because a lot of them have daughters, so they're like, well, that could be my daughter one
Same
day.
here.
Yep. So even if, like I said, my daughter doesn't play sports, she can see like, well, my mom helped this happen.
Your mom's a trailblazer.
Yeah, that's what
honestly,
I'm hoping for. Yep.
Honestly, and thank you so much for even putting it in that fashion, because a lot of people don't understand is that one, I had to put myself in a situation to make sure that the next generation is going to be better and going to achieve more, and then paying homage to those who went before you.
Yep.
Taylor, I think that's very important.
It is.
A lot of people don't understand that, and a lot of people don't admit to that, but thank you for having that foresight to actually do that. And getting back to football, because I know I do that a lot. Me too. I'll be like, yo, what you have? So talk to us about the training, because you got to be in shape. You said you don't have to be in shape, but you do get in shape. You do make sure you are in game shape to go. Like it's real. It's a league. It's real football.
Well, and some of these women have not played a sport. Some have, but it's 10 years ago. So lucky for me, when I first started playing, I was right out of college, so I was kind of in shape, I guess. Mm-hmm. But we lift, we do all of that, and then we run. Yeah, so we work out 3 times a week, and then our coach does a great job at preparing our bodies for impact, because you don't do anything in football straight up. So we do everything, the way it's going to translate to the field. Mm-hmm. Also, like, we have low injuries, because
that's what's
we
up.
Prepare our bodies for that, So we don't just put on pads on the first day and start hitting each other. That doesn't make sense. So we train our bodies first. We touch footballs, a couple weeks in, and we learn routes and stuff, and we do a lot of film. But right now we're strength training, and it's cold. St. Louis is crazy.
Of course, yeah.
So once daylight savings happens, we'll go outside, and then we'll start doing more football-related stuff. But right now, just trying to get our body, because it is a benefit when you go up against someone and you're in the fourth quarter, and like you could tell they're tired, but you
still got that extra.
Yeah,
you still got that juice left that you got from that
so
training.
Good.
It really does.
In January, you're like, damn, coach is crazy, but in April, when you're in that game, you're like, oh, I love coach for what he did. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
You mentioned St. Louis versus Boston. I'm guessing Boston must be like a rival to you guys, or probably up on the upper echelon of women's football.
They won last year. They won the championship last year.
Okay.
And the team that they beat, Minnesota, kind of a rival. I mean, not a rival to me. I mean, last year they said we needed some W40 to come out of retirement to play against them. That's all right. So I think we played them 7 times, and we beat them 6, and they beat us once. That's Minnesota. So we feel like we got cheated out of the run last year, so we won it back. And Boston has been in the league for a long time, and they're decorated as well. But last year was the first time we played them, and they came to our house, and it was tied 21. No, we were beating them 21, like 14 and a half, and they had not been in a losing position all year, because I guess not that they didn't respect us, they didn't expect it.
They didn't expect y'all.
They had it where like their defense would be tired and they'd sub all 11 and put a new 11 on. We didn't have that army, so we end up losing. Like, I believe we lost like 31-21. We end up losing, but I don't say I don't care, but I left it all on the field. We left it all on the field. We didn't have any. We didn't have anybody. Everyone that plays offense plays special teams, plays defense.
Yeah.
So, but we won a rematch, and they respected us a lot. They said that we were probably the best team they played in the last like 5 or 6 years. So
when you hear how tough, how mentally focused, and how sharp your team is, how does that make you feel as the captain?
Proud, very proud. And, like I said, like I don't do the mean girl stuff. Like when I played college sports, I was always top five, whatever soccer. So I was always in the clique that people respected. But I did notice that sometimes my teammates that weren't the best on the team weren't respected. That's a girl sports thing.
Yeah.
And I tried to get rid of that culture because I don't believe in it and it's toxicity and you don't win championships that way. So on the slam, like we're all the same. So I'm a rookie. I'm a clean up equipment. I'm a vet. I'm a clean up equipment.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So because first of all, we can't do anything without them. So
yeah.
Last year we had 14 out of 25. So how were we gonna do anything? So same as this year. And big girls are royalty. I mean I love them because I run behind them, but they're royalty, and I remind them of that because sometimes when some of them come and never played a sport, they're looking at me like I can't do the same stuff you do, but you don't have to. Like I just make sure you protect, and we'll run behind you.
And we got you.
Yep. So they love that, and I think that there's that mutual respect, but they also know like I can't do what you do, but I know I can't do what they do. So
I love it because as a team, and the reason why I'm so infatuated with teamwork, reason being why I got shout out to T Strong, shout out to Key, I got to shout out my team, but being able to actually translate teamwork onto a field, especially in a sport, is very hard, and it takes a leader. It takes people knowing their jobs and knowing their certain restrictions and their strengths and their weaknesses. And I feel like you guys have done that work and put in those things to organically be that team to beat.
Yep.
Like I love hearing that, and I just wanted you to speak on that a little bit, like the teamwork and the camaraderie that you ladies have.
So we have a quote, I guess a motto our coach says, it's hashtag do what's best for the team. So anytime you question anything, you ask yourself, like, is this doing what's best for the team? So, hey, coach, I can't come to practice. Okay, well, do what's best for the team. So get a workout in. Tell me what the workout was. So I feel like if you set that tone from the beginning, everyone follows. Just like negativity is contagious, so is positivity and enthusiasm. So we hold all of ourselves accountable.
I love that.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been playing for 14 years. Could I possibly come to one practice a week and play? Sure, maybe, but do I? No. You know what I mean? Because, yesterday I wasn't feeling that great. I knew I wasn't going to be able to lift, but I still went to practice. Mental reps, things like that. So I try to set the tone, and I try to be a teammate that I would want, someone to be, because also you're only as strong as your weakest link. So I want people to be able to trust that I'm going to be there, always be able to say, oh, I know Tay's going to be there. Like, I know Tay's got me, and then they hold themselves accountable, like, well, if she's going to do this, I got to do that for her too. Because we all have lives, we have kids, we have jobs. Our coaches have kids and have jobs and
Absolutely.
Wives and husbands. So everybody's putting work in. So and if, like Coach Q says in the beginning, if you can't, then this isn't for you. It's no bad blood, no hard feelings, but we're here to work. So and we're doing it because we love the game. We're not doing it for money. So
that's right.
So you really have to be able to commit to it.
What brought you to your love of football? Because and this is just a personal question for me. Like, what actually made you like, okay, like I really want to play this sport?
So when I told you how like I ended up getting into it because I didn't have a soccer team. So like I said, I kicked and I was like, this is boring. I'm wearing all this stuff. It's hot. I got to do something else. So probably the first time I hit someone or got hit, I mean, it sounds kind of barbaric, but it's free therapy. I tell people this all the time. It feels so good when you do what you're supposed to, and it because it doesn't like. Now, have I taken some hits that I had to rethink my life? For sure, but.
You better than me, Taylor.
I had to rethink my life, but
you better than me.
Our coaches like we teach ourselves all this money we spend on this equipment. That's what it's there for. So when as a running back, I get hit every play, regardless, right? So pass pro or running the ball, but I prepare my body for that. So I lower my shoulder, whatever. And I don't know. I mean, I love winning. I love competing. Like when we do flag, the flag league we play in, they're not a fan of us because all of us are slam and we're a little aggressive and competitive. They're like, this isn't tackle. I'm like, it's what, but we do everything, 110%, but we like to win. So
I watched a video of y'all getting active, like tackle, like it's going down. Like it's real life, real football.
Oh yeah.
And I want to ask you this because like you said, you prepare your body for it. In the off season, how do you like, what is the preparation? I know it's got to be mental preparation, but what is the physical preparation that you undergo yourself to keep yourself going for 14? Like, this is 14 years for you. How do you keep that up?
So in the off season, usually we're done in July, and then we have August off. Then we play in a little flag league, like I told you, in St. Louis on Saturdays. But we work out pretty much a group of us, not the whole team. Like in the off season, we'll do like go to Forest Park, run stairs, do like a little hour workout, abs. I know as we age, diet is important. So, but I mean, I like to eat what I want. So if I want to eat what I want, then I'm gonna have to work out more, and water intake, things like that. But yeah, I mean, ice baths.
That's right.
CBD lotion on
There you go.
So, but I mean, it's a lot on the body, but it's to me, it's always worth it. I mean,
I love it.
It really is.
That's what I'm saying. Like I one thing I always respect about great people, especially in sports, is the competitive nature of that person and the will of them to be great. And honestly, like I see that within you, Taylor. So that's why I'm kind of asking you like personal questions, because like I'm really a fan of you.
Oh,
like straight up,
awesome.
straight up. So I'm definitely gonna be at the game.
Okay, cool.
What's the jersey number?
A 12.
All right, so look, yep. I see me with a poster board that say 12. You already know who I'm rooting for.
Yep.
Not to be misogynistic, but I gotta ask you, what is, or do you model yourself after, or who would you say that you model your game after? Is it any male professional or anything like that, or anybody, or do you just know like it's Taylor, like this is just me?
So, particular football player, I mean, like I love a few. Like always loved Mark Ingram. He played for the Saints. I loved him, but athlete wise, like Kobe Bryant. Like I love athletes like Kobe.
I was getting that. Documentaries. I was getting that from you. Yeah, honestly, that's why I was saying.
Like LeBron, like people always say cocky. I mean, people tell me that all the time, but I'm more cocky for my teammates than I am myself. But do I know I'm going to put in work always? So I think that I love athletes like that. But people who always, I mean, Kobe dedicated his life to basketball. Like people talk about, you watch, the documentaries, like he was up at 5 a.m. while his teammates were still out, drinking and stuff, carrying on. They're like, damn, Kobe in the gym. Like, like I've always been that way my whole life, because now I haven't always been super athletic. I mean, my friends will say, yes, you are, but super athletic. Like I'm not super strong, not super fast. Like I'm the in between, but I'm the 1%. So I'm going to definitely put in the work and do everything I have to do to be, one of the best. So, I have a favorite female soccer player, Abby Wambach. She's retired now, but she was one of the greats too in her time. And so usually athletes like that, obviously Serena Williams too, like that's people like that, that are the GOATs, but they're the GOATs for a reason, because they put in the work, and they deserve it. So
I love it. So back to the slam. Is the slam like the top professional for women, or is there somewhere possible that you go after or anything like that? Like, can you kind of give me like, cause I'm trying to figure out the medium.
Oh yes, yeah. No, that is it. That's the top.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, in our league there are 64 teams. Like I said, 13 in the pro, and then there's like a D2, like kind of like colleges, Division 2, Division 3, and then there's a developmental. So usually developmental is, you only have about 20 people on your team. You only need about four games on the schedule, and you're building to get better. And then the cost of it is a little less per team when you're in the developmental. So we're in the pro, and like I said, St. Louis has been around for a long time, and our league is the WFA. So it's women's professional, but we don't get paid. So there's nowhere to go after this. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So y'all at tip top.
Yep.
I just want everybody to know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all at the top. Mm-hmm. So Taylor, I want you to tell us how we can support you, how we can support the St. Louis Slam. And I know the schedule just came out not too long ago, because I'm following y'all on LinkedIn. So y'all need to make sure I do that right now, like ASAP Rocky. But tell us how we can support you. Tell us how we can support the Slam.
Okay, so tickets are actually live now for season tickets and then also individual tickets. First home game is April 22nd against Minnesota, the team that said, we needed the oil to warm up. So we owe them a solid plus 40 with a goose egg. So we're ready for it.
Okay. All right. I like the call.
Yeah. So we will, that's April 22nd, 7 p.m., St. Mary's High School. Follow us on Instagram, St. Louis. It's STL Slam Football. We have TikTok. We have Facebook. People have questions, they can reach out. Also, we are looking for young girls to do coin tosses. That's something we're kind of focusing on this year. So if you have like a niece, daughter, anybody who's interested, they can reach out to the Slam page and we can set that up. But tickets are live on the website, and the website can be found on any of those social media.
I love it. I support it. I cannot wait to attend. Definitely want to help you guys get the word out. So any way, Taylor, that I can help the slam, all you got to do is let me know. Call me.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Like,
Yeah.
please, because I think what you ladies are doing is incredible and is something that's needed. And once again, thank you so much for referring to other professional women professionals that are trying to actualize that women can do everything a man can. And I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes y'all can do it a little bit better.
My
Like
mom
I gotta,
used to say
yeah,
that.
I
She
gotta.
was like, a woman can do anything a man can do, but stand up peeing, and we might be able to do that too. And I was like, all right, mom.
Yeah.
So that's like how I got to where I am.
I
So,
love
yeah,
it. See,
yeah.
shout out to moms. Shout out moms if you listening, because you raised the GOAT. So thank you so much, Taylor, for coming by. We appreciate you. We appreciate the slam. Look, make sure y'all tap in with them right now. If you don't have the information, Taylor, slide it to them one more time.
Okay, so it's on Instagram. It's STL Slam Football. Facebook is St. Louis Women's Slam Football, and then our website information is on both of those. So, in first home game, April 22nd.
Y'all stay locked in, stay tuned in. I got more coming up for y'all right now. I got some Rick Ross Super High. Call that number 314-669-1390. It's Dsmoovee, voice of the streets.